Well, welcome everybody to what is a really important game, which is going to be played here in conditions somewhat suboptimal. The rain is falling heavily, the players are feeling it on their backs, and soon the pitch will be evidently much wetter than is perfect. It's going to be a test for all involved. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
The Urbano Caldeira, it really is a wonderful place to be, a ground graced by some of the greatest in Brazilian football, heroes and legends. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. And here's Willock. Brahim Diaz. It has been a rather gentle affair so far.
Oh, it's great work in terms of both purpose and intensity.
Good ball, good take. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Kyle Walker. And it's Diaz. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
It's a pretty loose pass. He gets big! Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Kassim Pasha have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Mbappe! Caicedo. Santos are behind here, despite their domination of possession.
Santos are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Those looking wide, not the most accurate pass. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. That pass isn't the best. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Over to the other side. Oosterwolde gets over and intercepts. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Now it's Willock. Willock! Savinho. Brahim Diaz. He's had it taken off him. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And it's made its way to him. Brahim Diaz. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. Great vision. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. It's a promising position. He's found a way through, climbs up big! Played out to the left flank. Hernandez. Back to Kolu. Hernandez. Spread it left. And the pass is intercepted. Threads one in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's being urged to shoot. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That has ended up in no man's land. Goes for a shot! João Neves looking understandably energised after his goal. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Kasım Pasha have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
That looks a good ball through. And he's on the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Brahim Diaz. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! He is through here! He's gone for goal! Mbappe is magnificent! A finish right from the top draw! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Teremos uma substituição.
Kasım Pasha can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Público presente na
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Pedri, he has found the way through. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. And again they hit the front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Kasım Pasha go into the lead.
Substituição no time do Santos. Camisa 20, camisa 30, camisa 24. Deixando o campo para
He's
a
had it
entrada
nicked
de
away.
camisa 91, camisa 22.
Now it's
Camisa
Zapata.
13, substituição
Now it's
em
Brahim
andamento.
Diaz. He's got away. Oh, that's a fine interception. It's got in, and it is an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Now this could be a chance. Savinho might just make this. Aktokolu going full tilt down the left. Aktokolu really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Mbappe! That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Santos are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Santos clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Engages and forces him off the ball. Nicely shaped ball. Pass somewhat off target. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There.
And a chance! Oh, should have put that away.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card.
Substituição no time do Santos.
Kassim Pasha with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually.
37. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 19.
Ball's gone out of play.
Camisa 3. Substituição.
Oh, that's a clever looking ball.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oblak gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
4 minutos de acréscimo.
There will be 4 extra minutes. There's the crossfield ball. Oh, easy pickings there. Aimed beyond the defence.
Such good technique.
And he's back to Kolu.
Threatening run, but a measured piece of goalkeeping.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
I thought it lived up to its billing, Peter. Very competitive, open and entertaining, and a little debating room as to whether the outcome was fair.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.